The Invincible season just wrapped up, and I'm glad to say it didn't disappoint at all. It is probably one of the best things that I've ever seen, and I've seen not that many shows to be honest, but I have seen enough, and I would say this is one of the best out there right now. I wouldn't put it as high as I would put Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse or Arcane, but it is definitely close, and I would give it an easy 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10, and it's the only shortcoming it has, the only thing that makes it not perfect, is animation. And everyone made sure, the animators and everyone who worked on the show realized that and knew that. Because God forbid a show doesn't have $300 million per episode to spend on as a budget these days. But anyway, once you realize why the animation is so bad, you kind of get used to it. And I, for example, was able to just let it go and focus on the story, which is the highlight of the show. It's the strong suit. It's the best thing in the show, and one of the best stories that have ever been told. The reason the animation is so bad is because Amazon just is very greedy and doesn't want to give enough money for the studio to actually work with enough animators to give us a good product, which is a disappointment, but it's Amazon's fault, and you can't blame the show for that. Now, for the good stuff, the show doesn't hold back on how gruesome it is. There's a lot of blood killing, which to me, honestly, it's not like a plus, but it definitely shows that they're not afraid of showing you what they want to show you, and I like that. I do appreciate that they put whatever they want on there. There's also the incredible story. It's just simply phenomenal. I can't say any more about it. It's perfect. The way they orchestrate everything, the way they show how everything folds, how everything happens, it's just really good. One of the best stories that I've ever seen. Apart from that, I'm a comic book reader, and I've been a huge fan of the comics, but one of my problems with it is how shallow the characters were in the comics. For everyone, apart from Mark Nolan and like maybe Oliver, whatever, whoever else, was very shallow, including like Debbie, Eve, everyone else. It felt like they had no growth or no change during the entire comic series. It just felt lackluster and felt kind of lazy to have characters that way. And I hated that. But the show, the way it does this is they make sure that every character feels like they have personality, they have depth, and every character grows and learns from their mistakes and becomes better and better as the show moves on. They don't just stay how they were when the show started, and I really appreciate the way they do that, and I think it's incredible. And if I were to say anything about it, that if anyone's not watching it or doesn't watch it, they're definitely missing out on one of the best pieces of entertainment that have ever been made. And I really urge you, if you haven't yet, to just go and watch it. It's so good. Uh, Make sure to subscribe if you want to, and just anything works, to be honest. Good night.